Hey, least masochistic GD player here, with an extremely overdue video about my recent exploit in the realm of geometry. Distraught by Alkali. This devil sports a difficulty that includes a grindy beginning, burst clicking, and waving. A combination that made me piss my pants much. And about 6 months ago, a deluded young dude decided that he would wit himself to this level and make it his new hardest demon to be. I don't know who this daring individual was. I will admit he had some balls, but that does not mean I support his beliefs. But let's back up to a more civilized time in the summer of last year. I clearly remember the day I began this endeavor. It was a hot summer afternoon, and I was indoors all day, sweating profusely as I was practicing this level for hours on end, when I decided that today was going to be the day. I was going to commit a war crime and run my cube down, straight up feeding Distraught. I often ponder why he signed up for this task. If only I knew what was going on inside his head.
Pipi und Kaki im Pipi-Kaka-Land.
Even though I tried to avoid it, we all knew that this first day was going to be a train wreck, with the 2 burst clicking sections being the main reason I got arrested later that day. But a few highlights were also made. Getting 54 was better progress than I could have hoped for, and there was no way I was going to top this one, so I called it quits here. Now on day 2 we had a bit of a problem. Due to this cube being absolutely vile, many restarts were necessary, which meant I would have to do this dub trip section roughly 522.5 times a session. And I knew damn well that I had to preserve the energy for similar sections later on, so my solution for this had been to do one set of the orbs with my left hand. But the muscle memory was taking too long to transfer, and I started to become a bit agitated. However, the truth of the dire situation was about to sink in when I died at 57 anyway. So, you know what, I was getting sick of this special treatment type strategy. Either my body was going to patch my weak ass tendons, or I was going to become the first person to main the middle finger. The next couple days all kind of blended into my blurry timeline of events. I must have gotten a prescription on being hard stuck at the cube and wasting the little attempts I got past it on Eclipsed. But can I really blame myself for that? Like, look at this part, I can't see shit. But I guess you could say that it was all in the name of getting consistent. So anyway, little progress was eventually made, and I of course died to some sort of fast inputs. Fast forward, or more like slowly moving forward, because it took me like 5 days to make 4% of progress. So this timing is pretty easy. I would normally never die here. And what actually happened was I got a phone call and it distracted me. Unlucky. But hold up, I made it past 59. I'm cooking here. Oh. Okay, I'm getting crazy unlucky here. So my timer resolution crashed right here, which increased my input delay by like 20 milliseconds. I know it seems like slight, but the timing is really that hard. So, new attempt, new opportunities. And god damn it. So what happened this time, you might ask? And the answer is, yeah, I got nothing, I give up. It was my fault the whole time, okay? Fucking kidding me. How can that happen? 3 times! This is stupid! Luckily, it was all made up for on the same day, as I skipped a beat and painstakingly waved my way through the chicken nugget and even overcame my claustrophobia, resulting in a 76% of pure swagger. Alright, we have packed in some time now, so let's complain about the first cube some more. I mean, I was being held hostage by it 99% of the time, so what else were you expecting me to talk about? First of all, this section is bullshit. On the second string, you can hit the third orb as your second one. And you may think I'm nitpicking here, but no, this was my cause of death 50% of the time. And the goddamn section at the end of the cube was just impossible for me to get consistent at. At first I was dying because I couldn't click fast enough, but as I got better at burst clicking, I still died here, just as much, because now I was just clicking too fast. And I know it's just me having a skill issue here, but come on, who even likes burst clicking? But if all of this wasn't enough to make me tilt, then pausing the game to catch a break would only make things worse when I realized that the D in Distraught was not capitalized. Okay. It felt good to get that out. Now let's get on with the video. Meanwhile, the first cube was making me reconsider whether H2O2 really was twice the beverage that water is. I was getting a bit freaky with the fingy whenever I got past it. Or consy at the drophy, if you will. And the only thing stopping me was Mr. Cheese Top with his inconsistent wave. But I saw this coming from a mile away, so there was no need to panic. Seeing as I am a gamer because I choose to have many regrets, or lives. I can't remember how it went. Anyway, I went in a bit of a tear the following days, and on the 14th day, it all culminated in this attempt. With this run secured, the whole expedition kinda died. So I might as well run a little errand. Excuse me for a moment while I beat Killbot. Coming back to this level after 2 months did not give me the sense of refreshment I had hoped for. Instead, the mere thought of picking this turd back up again gave me that Sunday evening feeling of hopelessness. You could say I was getting a bit No. I'm not saying it. Even the level was starting to get worried that I was going to quit, so it decided to try and lure me back in by giving me a new best on my second day back, and it worked like a charm. Ignorant, I pushed on, without knowing the amount of abuse that was going to ensue. Almost a month in, and still barely getting to see anything but the first cube throughout an entire day was getting abhorrent. Finally getting another shot of Voltex only to get whipped with the classic I never die there type of death was the thing that made my beer foam over. I was getting sick and tired of this first cube. But this is where my mental tricks comes into play. By changing something very slight, I can trick my brain into thinking I'm having fun. Usually a visual change to the game, but these severe circumstances call for more drastic measures. The up key was the play. There was just one problem. My virgin ass was not ready to wave without my trusty mouse, so we needed a switch up about right here. However, I was too slow on the draw, so this all seemed like wishful thinking in the end. But a stroke of genius hit me when I realized I had two hands for a reason. Hitting the dash alt with the spacebar gave me just enough time to get a comfy grip on that mouse. After a couple days of regaining an established method of distributing inputs accurately in the same manner over a period of time, the new strat would start to hand out opportunities in the world of dashing. Another 87. And the following day, yet another one. And yes, I am going to ignore the fact that I made the same dumb mistake 3 times here. Casually dropping 3 80 bombs in one day would surely mean I was getting close, right? No. As fate would have it, I was also struck with some bad RNG in real life. I had a couple of days where I was not getting enough sleep. Now this would normally not be so bad, since my muscle memory was so strong that I barely needed to pay attention anyway, but this level had its hooks deep in me. It was practically living rent-free inside my head. Being worried that my lack of sleep would affect my conducting would automatically prove my own hypothesis correct, like the architect of my own downfall I had become. A week later, I had skipped 3 days, and most of the sessions consisted of more TikTok watching than gameplay.
Sorry, our milkshake machine isn't working at the moment.
We saw how the McDonald's milkshake shortage was affecting others. How do you feel?
Distraught.
Yeah, let's just skip ahead to the part where I remembered that Pitbull had gone through the same thing once and got my act together.
This for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that.
About 20 nugget flipping fails later, I finally rolled a good day. You know, one of those where you just wake up and feel bad to the bone. And my 86 attempt got me real hyped up. It would only be a matter of time before I got past Voltex. All of the odds were stacked in my favor. I have a history of clutching the last part, and this was going to be no exception. Plus, I have never gotten unlucky twice in a row, so there is no way. This is probably just a one-off thing. I mean, I got past this stupid 93 orb, but I can do it again. Just don't even think about, nah, shit, here we go again.
Without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing.
Look at you! Fucking pathetic!
It's the greatest moment of your life, man.
Stop trying to control everything and just let go.
The deaths of failure kept coming in until they stopped, and the first cube became ever more painful to get over. I had walked right into another dead end here, and it was in this moment of sheer desperation that I suddenly heard Mike Ehrmantraut whisper in my ear, "No more half measures." I was finally going to follow suit with the meta and become a full-time upkeyer. Plus I needed a new strategy to prevent me from being committed. I had a few goofs and a few laughs, just enjoying my new playstyle, but Christmas was just around the corner, so it was time for a little holiday. I'm on the verge of tears by the time I boot up Geometry Dash for another session of Distraught, since I'm positive it won't be a decent one. But it is, and relief washes over me in an awesome wave. Not gonna lie, the few days I took off got me dialed in for the long haul. This time, I wasn't going to stagnate, take a break, or change strategy. And suddenly, out of nowhere, opportunity struck again, and I grabbed it with both of my sweaty hands. But since I'm still talking, you already know how this is going to end, so let's rip the band-aid off. There's no fucking way. How did I die? Oh, come on, man. How did I even manage to do that? I'm actually amazed. So silly. That's definitely my favorite. But wait, we aren't quite done yet. There's still openings for new contenders. Although I am certain there's not under any circumstances going to be anything quite like this one. Alright, let's see what I got. Original, I will definitely add that one to my collection. And we got another one coming up.
Skill issue.
Another new one. That is just horrific. Okay, I'm just letting you know, this one hit me hard. Right here, I hit an even lower point in my life than that one time I unironically watched the tutorial on how to kiss and then never even got to exercise that knowledge. Needless to say, I needed something to numb the pain. Luckily, I had saved up a hefty stash for when I needed it the most. Every muscle in my body relaxed as the stimulus entered the channels in my head. Nothing could hurt me as long as I was blasting those classical bangers.
Now, when I say that I want these things, I mean that I want them, and I don't want to have to ask again.
As the days went on, I started to build up a tolerance to the classical music, and at this point, I got nothing left in the tank. I was all out of ideas. I was getting a bit depressed. Okay, fine. I will say the words. This shit was making me distraught. Suddenly, it hit me. There was one last psychological maneuver I hadn't tried. One so foolish that even I dismissed it in my reckless state of affairs. But at this depth in the process, I was willing to entertain a bit of tomfoolery. So what if I said something so cringe that it would forever stain my completion, which in turn would make me not want to try. But due to the laws of reverse psychology, I would sail unscathed to the end. Thus, wanting to die would become my reason to live. It was worth a shot, and this is how it went. No way, it actually worked! No! No way, it actually worked! Blow my fucking nutsack. Yes! 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 Alright, you wanna get... I don't blame you, you wanna get out. But seriously, Distraught, are you sure you want to let me off the hook this easy? You don't want to kill me at 93 or 98 again? Why not, man? Why not? Like, I can fucking sit here all day. I never fucking give up. Oh, you wanna go again? Okay, I'll fucking play this shit right now. I'll play this fucking shit again. You can kill me at 93 again. Like... Okay. Oh my god, it feels so good. I got like a lot of orbs for completing it, but that's because like I uncompleted the level. 98 was really tilting me, so I kind of like wanted to give myself the illusion of a fresh start, and you know, it worked. I didn't die past 65 after I did that. Oh my god. Fuck you. This level violated my rights. Like, I might need professional help after all this is said and done. I don't even want to know how many attempts I have at this point. Okay. That's already crazy, but that's not all. That is not all. This is a fucking fever dream or something. Oh my god, I yelled way too much. My voice is absolutely messed up. This cannot be real. 110,753 killbot, which is my former hardest, took me, what was it, 42,000 attempts. Alright, so if we look at the widers here, you can see I spent 53,753 attempts in normal mode. 165 hours, by the way. So that's fun. How many attempts did I get past the cube? 2,000. This first cube just eats attempts really fast. I gotta say, I goddamn regret it. This was not worth it. But, you know, at least I start what I finish and finish what I start. I don't know what else to say. I am undefeated on the extravaganza demons. Fuck you, Distraught. Have a nice day and goodbye.